So, legendary commentator Jim Ross has kind of lit a fire under today's generation of wrestlers with some blunt truth about the modern product. He's gained a lot of recent attention for expressing his insights on his Grilling JR podcasts. In the latest episode, they discuss past finishers being used as common moves. When asked if the DDT and super kick should be protected or if it was part of the evolution of the business, Ross responded with the following. That evolution of the business, quote, is bullshit. Yes, they should be protected. But the super kick is just a part of the flow of the match. Nobody wins with it. What does that say to you? Does that say, guys, back in my day, were more proficient in delivering a DDT or a super kick than in this generation, where things are evolving? I want some proof of that shit, he goes on to say. And this is Jim Ross, obviously, comments from his podcast. I want somebody to prove to me that the changing of the wrestling business is at what it is today and it's making a difference. I say no. I told a kid the other day at AEW that everybody does the same fucking spot. All you guys go outside, you cluster up like coils, you stand there in a huddle, friends and foes together, side by side, so you could catch some leaping idiot going over the top rope who never wins with this move. They are looking for the holy shit chant. They love to hear this is awesome. It's a spot, folks. It's a trapeze act. I don't buy into that. The DDT is a great finish and should be used as such. There have been two general responses to Ross's observations. There are those who are going to laugh about it, and then there are those who assume that Ross doesn't understand the product as well as they should because he is older than them. Anyone who is foolish enough to dismiss Ross's comments, to me, only reinforce the negative stereotypes about younger generations. He is far more than a friendly voice you are used to hearing on TV and in video games as a kid. Ross has called and studied more matches than most wrestlers will ever watch. He is there besides the crowd whenever they react to each spot and promo. He also been in the backstage. He's been in the back. He's been a backstage agent in one of the largest North American promotions during its peak. He has helped create some of the biggest stars in the industry by doing much more than selling their spots through a broadcast table. And this was during a time period when the WWF was filling, bigger arenas and gaining higher ratings than the current, product and AEW are doing combined, right? So the idea that a young talent who is still trying to make a name for themselves within the industry knows more than Jim Ross does, that's laughable to me. Ross is a highly valuable asset that is being taken for granted simply because he represents an older generation, a more faithful generation that is being alienated by those that uh, seem to think that passion for the business means, you know, insulting fans over Twitter. I hope all is well, and I look forward to speaking to you guys very, very soon.